Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome back to another video. My name is Tawanda, and I'm the Migraine Crafting Diva. And on this channel, I do decorating on a budget, DIYs, and hauls with a sprinkle of migraine enlightenment. In today's video, it's going to be a Christmas video. And this video will be a part of the For the Love of Christmas playlist. And I will go into more details about this playlist and the co-host later on in the video. And we're going to go ahead and get started with DIY number one. So for DIY number one, I have a MacKenzie child's napkin. I have a window cling from Walmart from last year. A candle from, it's a battery operated candle from Amazon, I believe. So what I'm going to do is take the Santa and I'm going to trace it out on the back of the napkin. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it out the Santa from the napkin. And then once I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and take the napkin minus the Santa that I cut out, and I'm going to go ahead and use some matte Mod Podge and apply the napkin to the candle with the Mod Podge. And then once I have the napkin Mod Podge to the candle, then I'll go back and add the Santa window cling in that spot where I cut that where I cut the Santa out, so that, and the reason why I did that was so that you would be able to see the Santa a little bit better, and you wouldn't be able to see the checkerboard pattern behind the Santa, because I didn't want that. I just wanted it to be just the reflection of the Santa, but to have the napkin surrounding the Santa. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Sunday, and I'm excited to be a part of this playlist For the Love of Christmas, hosted by Brenda from Rustic and Lace. Co-hosts are Amanda from 6 Kids and a Glue Gun and Chantel from Crafty Hints. I will have the link and posted in my description box, so once you finish watching my video, you can go over and watch the rest of the playlist and watch all of the lovely ladies' videos. If you are coming from my channel and going over to watch the playlist, please let them know that Tawanda, the Migraine Crafting Diva, sent you. And if you're coming from one of their channels to watch my video, welcome. I'm happy that you're here today. And I would also like to thank all of my subscribers for continuing to watch my videos. I greatly appreciate it, and I am thankful that for you all that are sharing my videos and liking my videos and making comments. You are helping my channel grow, and I am so grateful. I would just like to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Here I am just applying the tissue to the candle, and then once I have it like I want it, I'm going to go ahead and then just cut the back piece off because it is a little long, and I'm going to overlap it a little bit. But I wish I wouldn't have. I wish I would have just cut it where it would have, I would have just had like an even cut where it just kind of butted up against each other. If the two sides just butted up against one another. Because what I've noticed is that when I am using Mod Podge and when I'm doing using napkins for any kind of decoupage DIYs, when I overlap it, the part that's overlapped is a little bit darker than the rest of the napkin. I have another DIY that I have been working on that when I do post it in a video, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about because it's extremely noticeable. So here I am just putting some Mod Podge on the back of the window cling Santa, and I'm just going to apply him to that open area that we traced out. So I'll go ahead and get him applied, and while I was putting the napkin on to the candle, I was trying to just make sure that the outline was cut out correctly so that he would just kind of just fit in there perfectly. And then I have his little feet there that I'm gonna have to cut off. I wish the candle was a little bit longer to have his whole body, but I wasn't able to keep that. And then there is a finished product, and it is so cute. I love it. Let me know what you think. So we are moving right along. So DIY number 2 is going to be really simple. This is a dupe that I did of a MacKenzie child's pillow a while back, and I will actually put the link to that video in the description box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this the window cling with the Santa and the deer, and the other deer, and I'm going to go ahead and Mod Podge them onto the pillow. And I believe this is a dupe of another dupe of a MacKenzie child's pillow. But the one that she has on her channel, I believe, just has I think it just has a Santa on it. So I did have a large Santa, but it didn't look right, a Santa face. So I just decided to just use this window cling. So what I'm doing here is I am taking a piece of that the white napkin that I pulled off of the MacKenzie child's napkin, one of the plies, and I'm just tracing behind the Santa where the gifts are, so that you'll be able to see it a lot better, because when I just place it onto the print here on the pillow, it kind of blends in. So I was trying to use a napkin just so that it will pop a little bit. So I'm going to use some Mod Podge and apply that tissue to the back of the Santa with the gifts, and you'll see what I'm doing here. You'll see how it makes a difference in being able to see the gifts, because they kind of blended in before, but now you can see them a lot better. And then once I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and Mod Podge both window clings onto the pillow. And as you can see here, when I first started doing this DIY, I actually had it turned the correct way, and because I moved that pillowcase so many times and I didn't even realize it, I actually put the Santa and the deer on the wrong side of the pillow, and I didn't notice it for about probably 30 minutes after I had put it on. So then I had to pull it all off and redo it, but it still came out fine. So once I have it complete and I have everything attached to the pillowcase, then I'll go back and I'll go ahead and put that pillow stuffing back inside of the pillow, and that is going to be it for this DIY. And like I said before, I'll just go ahead and put the link to this DIY. I'll go ahead and put the link to this DIY in the description box, because this pillow actually did take quite a bit of time for me to do. But yeah, let me know what you think about this DIY. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to use this for Christmas. And we are moving right along onto our third DIY. So here I have one of those rolling pins from the Dollar Tree that says Fallen Leaves. I have some black paint. This is acrylic paint. And then I have another window cling, and it says "'Tis the Season," which the "'tis" is somewhere on the window cling. So I'm going to start off by removing that bow, and then I'm going to give it a coat of the black paint. So I ended up having to I tried to use the black acrylic paint first, and it just didn't do anything. So I ended up using that jar of paint. That's my Rust-Oleum black chalk paint that I just have in a jar because the container wouldn't close. So I just poured it in a jar. And so I painted it. I gave it 3 coats of black paint. And then I painted the handles white with the Waverly white paint. And then here I am applying the window cling to the rolling pin. And then I'm going to take some of the Waverly Antique Wax and I'm going to put that onto the handles to make them look, to make them brown. But I'm going to go ahead and say that this DIY, I actually ended up redoing the whole DIY because I did not like it at all. And the Mod Podge didn't dry completely, so it was like white up under, and it just didn't look right. So here in a little bit, you're going to see that I have removed the window cling off of the rolling pin, and I also repainted, I sanded it down, gave it another coat of black paint, and then the handles I actually took off. I didn't know that they just popped off, so here I'm just showing you that. So I actually took the handles off, and then I'm going to repaint them back the white color. So here I'm just applying the Waverly onto the handles, and I also put it around the on the black also because I kind of like that look, but I just did not like this DIY at all. So here I am. Here I am starting all over again, and I'm sanding it down, getting the residue from the Mod Podge off of the rolling pin. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and give it a coat of black paint, the black chalk paint, and I'll go ahead and repaint those with the Rust-Oleum white. And then once I have it complete, I have this this pick from Hobby Lobby. I have some of those snowflakes from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to go ahead and cut the Let It Snow tag off, and I'm going to hot glue that onto the rolling pin. And I'm going to go ahead and add originally I was going to add three excuse me, three of the snowflakes, but I actually ended up just adding 2 of them. And so I'm going to go ahead and get everything hot glued down, and then I'm going to add a shoestring bow with the gingham pattern ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I'll go ahead and get that hot glued onto the rolling pin. And that is going to be it for this DIY, and I just love it so much better. I just love the way that it looks. Yeah, let me know what you think, which one is your favorite, but this is definitely my favorite. I think it just looks so much better than the first DIY. So yeah, so let me know what you think, and we're going to go ahead and move on to our last and final DIY. And once I have the bow placed where I want it, I'm going to put it in the corner here, and I'll go ahead and cut the ends of the bow, and that is going to be it. And this turned out so nice. I just absolutely love it. Can't wait to use this in my tear tray for Christmas. So we're moving on to our last DIY for today. So here I have this tray that I picked up from the Repurpose Project for $1, and it was outside, so it was a hot mess. So what I went ahead and did was I was doing a different DIY for next week's video. So I went ahead and sanded it all down, and then I took it outside and I gave it a coat of the Krylon paint and primer in white and the Rust-Oleum semi-gloss on the back side. And then I was going to use the what was I going to use? I was going to use the MacKenzie Towels napkin for this DIY, but I decided not to. I decided to use the scrapbooking black and white print out of a scrapbooking pack that I have. And then I'm also going to use a Dollar Tree table placemat and a couple of the tumbling tower blocks from Dollar Tree. So what I'm doing now is I went ahead and cut out the scrapbooking paper down, and I tried to cut it where I had 3 rows of the checkered pattern, and then I just placed it how I wanted it, because I wanted to try and line the checkered pattern up as evenly as possible. And then the edges, I kind of just creased that with my finger, and then I went ahead and cut it so that that it would have the 45 edges so that they would line up nicely. So here I am just using the Mod Podge and applying it to the back of the scrapbooking paper. And another plus with using the scrapbooking paper is that when you put the Mod Podge down, if you don't like the placement of it, because the paper is so thick, that you can kind of just pick it up and rearrange it if you want. So here I am just placing the scrapbooking paper down how I wanted, and I did do a couple of miscuts here, so I just had to make a couple different little triangle cuts, but it came out just fine, and you'll see the finished product here shortly. So here I am. If you can see here, I am just kind of using my finger to just kind of make like a little indentation onto the paper, just so that I can get it how I want it, just so that it kind of lines up with the pattern. And so once I have that done, originally I was going to take the placemat and cut it and hot glue it or Mod Podge it down onto the center of the tray, but I decided I wanted it to have just a little bit of leverage, and I didn't really want to cut it because I ended up liking the way that it looked on the with the pattern behind it. So I just added these tumbling tower blocks to the back side of it, and then I went ahead and hot glued it to the tray, and that is it for this DIY. And I absolutely love the way that it turned out, and I plan on using this in my coffee bar area when I do start to decorate for Christmas. So let me know what you think about these DIYs. And that is going to be it for today's video. I would like to thank you for spending your Sunday with me, and if you like what I'm doing, please like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And don't forget to watch today's playlist. The link is in my description box. If you could click on it, it will take you to all of the lovely ladies' videos for today. And like I always say, be nicer, be kinder. God will love you for it. And I hope you have a blessed day. And I'll see you next Sunday. Goodbye.